Hey folks, Todd Shellnut here today. Want to be able to show you about something that's almost like a little hidden treasure in the flight training community. I don't know why it's not as popular as what it should seem, but it's called the FAA Wings Program. Now, as a examiner, in a check ride, I would ask someone, "Hey, what are the ways that you can complete a flight review?" And of course, there's three different answers to it, the basic answers. The first answer is that one of them would be to complete a flight review with a flight instructor. The second one would be to take another check ride. That resets your flight review clock. And the third one is to complete a phase of the FAA Pilot Proficiency Awards Program, aka the Wings Program. The really cool thing about the Wings Program is that if you see here in this corner here where it says Wing Achievements, it is possible for you to get a bronze lapel wings, silver lapel wings, and the gold lapel wings. And I want to show you today how you can actually do that. Now, the good thing about this is if you've completed a check ride within the preceding 12 months, the private, instrument, or commercial, you actually meet the requirements for getting the bronze and the silver wings simultaneously. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So the first thing you want to do is to create an account at right here. It says FAAsafety.gov. So go there, create an account on FAAsafety.gov. If you've already got an account, be patient. If you don't already have an account, go ahead and pause the video now. Go over and register and then come back. And we're back. Hopefully you've registered by now on the FAAsafety.gov and you can go ahead and put in. Now, I'm going to actually let you see some of my Wings programs information, and we can put my information here, my login information, and we'll hit go. And of course, my lightning fast internet connection here. A little bit of sarcasm. Now, what you're going to see here is, as an instructor, and I'm also an FAA safety team member, my screen may look just a little bit less than yours. You can see up here it says Todd Sheldon Representative, and then it says there that I have some requests that I need to validate. So someone has actually sent me something to validate, and I'll validate it for them, and then they'll get their wings or complete a phase. So where do we want to turn our attention to first off? Well, it's right here in the center. So we're going to go right here where it says wings, right here in the center. And there's a little spot right down here. It says my wings. And I want you to go ahead and click on that. Now, when you click on that, it's going to open up to a screen. Normally, you would not see all the stuff here. Of course, this is my information. So I'm actually going to click on, there's four tabs here. I'm actually going to click on another tab, so it probably would very closely mimic what you would see. And let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to click on the Advanced tab. And this is kind of closely what you would see. So you would see some knowledge activities, and you would see flight activities. Now, what does this mean? Well, in order to participate in the Wings program and receive credit for completing a phase of the Wings program, you have to do some knowledge activities, which are some online training seminars or courses, or you may actually attend a seminar like an AOPA training seminar or something. You may attend a safety meeting in which Wings credit, is issued off of that meeting, which could come from many different places. Like if you complete it, for those of you who participate in IMC Club or something like that, a lot of those are worth Wings credit too if they have a FAST team member participating in that. So here is literally the most complicated thing on this program, I think, is when someone first logs in, they really have no idea what to do. It's not really self-evident. There is a user manual that goes to it, but it's not really good. So it's this user guides up here, and I don't think it's as good as what I'm trying to help you here. Since I do this, I approve about 100 of these a month, And so I like to be able to say that I'm pretty proficient and know a little bit better than this user guide up here, which is quite rudimentary. So let's look down here and let's get you started. So if you see here on the knowledge activities for the advanced, there's really only just, sometimes there's just 2 or 3, but nonetheless, you see this one's worth 1 credit and 2 credits, and then 1 credit and 2 credit. You have to have a total of 3 credits in the knowledge and 3 credits of the flight activities in basic, advanced, or wings, it does not matter, in order to complete a phase. So now that we know that we have to have 3 credits, let's look at how we complete a credit. So this right here says 1 credit for flight activity, and of course it says, you can see the instrument rating, if I was claiming in credit for that, then it would actually count for the knowledge as well as the flight activities. Well, I already have an instrument rating, so what can I do? Well, I don't want any of this, so I'm going to hit search right here. So here we go. I'm going to hit search, and when I click on search, it's going to bring me to a menu that shows a list of everything that I can apply for. So it's very important here. There's 2 different ways you can kind of get this added to the menu so you can participate. So pay close attention here, because this is going to be kind of important. Let's look at these lines here. So this is a flight activity. This is the number of the activity, and this would, if you want to select it and use it, you would hit that button. If you can click here, it would show you more information about that. So if you work for an FAR Part 142 school, this would apply to you. If you don't, then you can't use it because it doesn't apply to you. And of course, you can see the cost here for this one is free. There are some ones down the road which are cost, and we'll talk about that. So the other ones that we have here is, let's see what we have. There's the advanced weather flying with sporties. You can do that particular seminar, and that will give you credit. And let's look down here for something that would be just a regular, if you go to a 141 flight school, and you've completed the ground school for the 141, there you go there. That's a FAA activity. How do I know this an FAA activity? Because it has this A, and then it has some numbers by it, and that's usually like, for me, that shows us like a FAA activity, or FAA approved activity. So here's a flight activity, U.S. proficiency, a military proficiency check. This is different other things here, 135. But there is some things down here, a FERC, if you are a flight instructor and you complete a FERC, then there's that there. If you get your ground instructor advanced initial certification, that is there. But let's do something that would probably, see there's initial certification for commercial flight instructor, instrument. Let's try to pick something that is kind of interesting. I tell you what, let's just do known icing is a risk. I want to know more about known icing. So if I select the blue here, it's just going to show me more information about the course, but I know it's an icing course. I just simply want to add it to my list of courses, so I'm going to click here. And when I do that, it's going to come back to my list, my 3 and 3, the knowledge and the flight activities. Like, that's what I call it, my 3 and 3. So up here, it's changed one of mine to known icing is a known risk course, and I can click here to enroll in it, and it'll be self-explanatory when you click on it about how to enroll in it. And so I'm actually going to leave that there, but this one, again, I've already had an instrument rating, so I already have an instrument rating, so I don't want that, so I'm going to click search here again. And it's going to bring me back to that big long list of stuff, and I'm going to have to check yet another. Let's do this one. Here's an accident case study for final approach. Again, I clicked on the blue, and let's see here. Oh, maybe I've already done this one. I'll tell you what, let's go back a screen and let's see what I clicked on. Oh, you know what? I did click on the blue, and that's what it is. It just says there's a final accident case study final approach, and there's the thing. So I don't want to enroll in the course right now, so I just want to go ahead and select it and put it onto my 3 and 3. That's what I like to call it. So I'm going to put that there. Now what you're going to see is it's actually going to knock out that instrument. Oh, nope, it's still there. So I'm actually going to leave that there. But this instrument here, so I have these credits up here but this instrument is really causing a problem. I need to get rid of it. So I'm going to go ahead down in the flight portion, and I'm going to hit search. And I'm going to find something that is not associated with something that I already have. Okay, so I'm going to go out and do some training in my multi-engine airplane. And so I want to do some takeoff, landings, go-arounds, and it can either be done to ATP, commercial, or private standards. But I'm going to select this one, and it's going to add it to my 3 and 3, but it's going to add it at the bottom during the flight portion. So let's see here. Yes, it did, but I still need to get rid of this. This instrument. So let's search for some more things. You know, I tell you what we'll do is throughout the year, let's just imagine that I went out 3 times with my CFI and I did that particular course. Oh, here's some more. Look at this. So you can see it kind of changes it up a little bit when you add stuff in there. See, it's pretty neat stuff. Oh, so here's the engine failure, takeoff, and landing, VMC demonstration. Oh, yeah, I definitely want that one. I'm going to put that one in there. Yeah, that's going to be some good training there. Now we'll come back and let's see if it's that instrument still down there. Oh, let's see. Oh, when I switched on, I don't know what that was showing there. Wow. Anyway, so I'm looking down here, and so I've got that one, and this one. Hopefully, if I select another one here, I can get that instrument out of there. I don't know why why that instrument is really sticking in the box there. But once you this thing's taking a little bit longer than expected. But once that comes up, I'll try to pick another course and try to fill that in. What's going on here? Slow internet that we have this evening. Okay. All right. Well, just chill. I'll help you out here. So there we got internet. Oh, there it is. Ta-da! Done. And let's look here. We have short field takeoff, nav, diversion. Oh yeah, because nobody does that stuff anymore. So we'll do that. Yeah, because I do like diversions all the time. Absolutely. Again, I clicked on the blue. See what I'm saying? You can get pretty tied up in here a little bit. So you want to make sure you don't click on the blue. So what was it? Oh yeah, short field. So we're going to select that. So we hit the select button. Now, when it goes back to the screen, what we should see here is that we have 3 flight credits. Yay, good. Now my instrument rating thing is gone. That's great. I don't want that to be down here anyway. So I'm getting ready to do these with my instructor. For those who have taken a check ride outside of 12 months, this is what you would do. You would find some flights in here that work for you, and you would do the flight. And so, of course, you get ready to do a flight with your instructor. How do you do it? Well, you call him up and say, hey, I want to do a wings flight. And he's like, okay, cool, let's do it. And he says, what do you want to do? And you go, I'll send it to you. So if you come back here and just click on this, then we can see that description. So here is what your CFI would need to do with you here. Area of operations 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and 8. And 1 through 5 there. So it's 5 things that you would have to do. Normal and crosswind, takeoff and climb, approach and landing, short field approach and landing, go around, and an engine failure during takeoff before VMC, 50% of VMC, mind you, which is to the PTS standards for commercial. So let's say that you just print this off here and you take it to your instructor and he does the course, and then now you get ready to request credit. How do you request credit? Well, you can just click this button here, or you can go back to this and you can hit when complete request credit. And so you've actually really completed like the hardest thing to do. This particular piece right here is actually the easiest portion. So you say, well, okay, I did it today, the 7th, 6/17, and then you want to find a validator. Okay, so I'm actually a validator. If I know you and I know that you've done something, you can actually use me as a validator. There's a couple of different things here that you can do to validate, to find a validator. So this is just some recent validators that I've chose, and then I could actually search by them by email. So if I know your email, a CFI email or a FAST team member's email or a FAA guy, FAA Aviation Safety Inspector's email, or I can find a validator, and there's a bigger search string there within a zip code area. Or if you know their name, you can just put in the name. So like for instance, I want to search for Big Daddy T. So I just put that in there, put Big Daddy T in there, and then last name, and search, and of course it'll bring my name up, and it'll be in blue at the bottom. There it is there, Todd Shelnut, Fast Team Representative, Catala, Georgia. And when I click on my name to choose me, it will turn green. There I am. So once you've selected a validator, press the Submit for Validation button below. And then I'm going to submit for validation. Now, I'm not going to do that. Simply because it's going to give me an error and say, hey, you can't validate your own stuff, moron. And so I don't want to do that. So anyway, that's how you would submit it. And then when I go back to the screen, I know what you're asking. Well, Todd, how is it going to look like? What's it going to look like? Well, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to go back here to the home screen. I'm going to click on My Wings, and I'll show you what it looks like after it gets validated. So this is what it looks like here. Of course, this was one that I completed online, and it says Knowledge Topic 2 completed. And the Understanding the New Airman Certification Standards, I've completed that course, and it gives me saying that I've done. It's all green. And then I did a flight review prep guide when I did my flight review last month or two, and that's done. So there's my flight review, and I've got credit for the flight review. My instructor that I used has signed me off for the flight review. So all I've really got to do to complete this Basic Wings Phase 4 is I have to get onto the internet, and I have to finish this course, and then I'll have, let's see, I got to have 3 credits. So there's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I just need to create that, and then I'll have Phase 4 done. So that'll be, so it's a half, and a half is 1, and 2, 3. So then that will be a phase. Now, once you complete it, what happens when you complete a phase? Well, this is where you're going to come back up here and look at your right-hand side where it says Wings at a Glance window. And it says that my flight review expires April 30th, 2018. And that phase is in progress. I'm currently working on my basic wings. And I can click there. It'll give me more information. You can see, or just hover, excuse me. And there's what I'm actually have completed, and I need to work on some other things. So I want to show you what it looks like when you complete a phase. So let's actually click on the, I'm just going to click on my masters here. So we'll click that. And really, really cool. It gives you a nice, colorful certificate. And there it is. Certificate of Proficiency Wings, Pilot Proficiency Program. This certifies that Michael Todd Shelnut has demonstrated the required pilot proficiency necessary to hold the Master Phase 1. There. And then the second page will give you a little card, and you can cut these out, whatever you would like, whatever you do with them. And this one says, hey, 6156, that's the whole thing about the flight review, right? Absolutely it is. And says that because I've done that, I completed flight review. Cool. 6156 Echo, or is that Charlie? I can't see. But one of those, and it says, hey, you've done it. And then here's a little card you can carry with you. Some insurance companies like to see that you're completing these things too. So that may also be something that you want to do. Let's close this down here. And then we'll go over here, and we're actually going to do some, this is actually really the main thing here. It's claim reward, okay? Claim reward. So when you complete a phase, either Phase 1 of Basics, Phase 1 of Advanced, Phase 1 of Master, listen to me what I'm telling you. Don't be expecting to get like 50 pair of wings. That's not true. You're only going to get 3. And you only complete it when you complete your first phase. So if you can see here on Basic Wings, it says there's the bronze. If I click on Advanced, you see there is the silver there. And then it says on the Masters, there is the gold, okay? You only get 1 pair of bronze, 1 silver, and 1 gold. So if you complete 2 phases on the Basic, you don't get another bronze wings in the ML, okay? So chill trying to look for a couple pair of wings coming in the same color. It's not right. I want to click reward. So here is where you would actually claim the reward. Now, I have already claimed my awards. So here you do not see the wings. You see that that I requested in 10/13 of 2014, and that I need at least a current phase of the wings to request the VMCO's wing reward. So it's not going to show me. But on yours, it's going to say like a request button, and then you're going to fill out your email, and then at the bottom of that screen, there's going to be a couple of different selections for whether you want the basic, the intermediate, or the advanced, or the master, excuse me. And you're going to click on the ones that you've completed. If you click on ones that you haven't completed, they won't send you those because they check it. So don't do that. Don't be a dork. Anyway, so that is how you get your wings if you have not taken a check ride within the preceding 12 months. You would have to do the task associated with that. Now, if you have done a check ride within the preceding 12 months, it's even easier because you really kind of already know what you're going to do. Let's say that I have just completed my, I don't want to do that. Let me get out of here. That's crazy. How in the world? Okay, I'm going to go back into my wings. But let's say that in this particular arena that I just completed a phase of the basics. Or no, I want to do that. So first off, that's not going to work. Let's say that I did my advanced. Yeah, advanced. That's right. So I would go on the advanced stage or the basic stage, and I would simply just search for a check ride that I've done. If you've done private or instrument or commercial, it's going to be really fruitful for you. I'm going to click on here and on this instrument rating one that I've been trying to get rid of, and I want to show you what you get. So look what you get for basic. You get 1 credit for basic flight, 1 credit for basic flight, 1 credit for basic knowledge, 1 credit for basic knowledge. So you have, for your 3 and 3, you would definitely get a full advanced, because see, there's flight topic, 1 and 2 credits, and then knowledge, 1 and 2 credits. So that's 3 and 3, right? Yeah, so you would qualify for a set of silver wings if you claimed your instrument rating. And then up here for your basic, you would just need to complete 1 more of the credit for the basic wings. And then you would be done. You know, I think the reason why it has that check mark there indicates the credits may apply to future phase of wings. Yeah, so it won't complete a whole thing, but it would go to a future credit. So you would have to just do 1 credit for the knowledge, 1 credit for the flight, and bam, you got your those. But if you put in your private or commercial, it gives you the basic and advanced, all 3 and 3 for the knowledge and for the flight, and bam, you get 2 sets of wings. And then, of course, you would hit your pressure request credit button there, and that would get you your credit. So you just request credit, and then, of course, you would come to the whole fill out your information thing. What date did you do it? Choose a validator, and then submit for validation. And then, yeah, so there you go. You would have your wings. And then, of course, after you put your check ride in, and you go back to your home tab and you click back on the My Wings, where do you go? You go to the right hand side of the screen. When it comes up, there it is, and you would hit claim reward. Claim reward. And that is how you would get your little wings. And that is so cool because you can put them on your lanyard and walk around, and people would probably say, hey man, that's pretty cool, where'd you get your wings? I have mine on my lanyard, and people ask me about them all the time, about where did I get those wings from. It's pretty cool because it actually, if you look at it right in the middle, it actually says it actually reads FAA in the middle, FAA. So everybody thinks you're somebody important, but we all know the real story. Look, this has been really great that I could throw this information at you. I hope that it's kind of in your face information, and you've learned something. But you can always email me, toddshellnut@gmail.com. That's 2 D's, 2 L's, and 2 T's. Or give me a call. Either way, it does not matter. Go to toddshellnut.com. Got my contact information there. And I'll be glad to help you get your wings credit. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys at the aeroport. Bye-bye.